Hey, I'm Greenskull, and you're listening to the Xbox One Party Chat Podcast.
Xbox on.
Game on, baby! Wow!
Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep.
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit. I am your host, Ross Miller, and I'm joined by everyone's favourite uncle. It's Uncle Jesse.
Woo! What's going on, everybody? How you doing, Ross?
And delicious cheesemeister himself. It's Rhys.
It's Rhys. Hey, everybody. It's been 2 weeks. What's up, guys?
I know. I'm going to get onto that in a minute. And our guest this week, you may know him as Greenskull. That's all one word, lowercase s. It's Dan.
These specifics are important.
Dan, I think you're our first YouTuber. How you doing?
Oh, that's an extreme honor, an extreme pleasure, an extreme honor to be here.
I'm sure the people
to the
have been on YouTube, but, you know, YouTuber is what you could be described as, I suppose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely.
You are a professional gamer YouTuber, correct?
See, but like, the term professional gamer, like that's more like you're good at games. You know, I'm pretty mediocre.
Yeah, I've seen your videos. You do not play games well.
I get that a lot, especially like when it be people in real life, right? They're like, oh, like you're like, oh, this is my friend, he's a professional gamer. I'm like, let's not give people the wrong idea. He's like, oh, dude, how good are you at COD? I'm like, terrible. Let's not even go there.
What did you say? COD's terrible? Internet dies.
I mean, no, man, maybe.
Right, anyway, I just want to first of all apologise. For the first time, we missed a week. Dan was meant to join us last week as well, but all of our schedules got in the way. You may not know this, but we're all in different parts of the world, as you can probably tell by the accents. And for 1 week, and 1 week alone, everything clashed. So I'm very sorry that you missed last week, and we're going to make up for it doubly this week. Is that a word? Doubly?
Oh,
Ago? It is now. Ago, I'm sorry, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
So when you done goofed when the director of the Microsoft ID at Xbox program is complaining at you on Twitter for not posting.
What am I going to listen to on my Jordan?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, anyway.
No, stop. Cancel the podcast.
Why?
Skate 3 has been released for backwards compatibility.
I was going to say it's been released. It was released ages ago.
I mean, by ages, he means like relatively recently.
Yeah, hey.
Back compat.
See, this is serious business, okay? Like we can actually get Larry back on the show now safely.
That's true. That is very, very true. And you know something else? I'm just hot off the press. Next month's Games of Gold are going to be Rhys.
No. You're pulling my leg here.
Oh, we've already got Ross. Go home. You're drunk.
No, that's not happening. Just seeing if they're going to
you actually got me really excited for a second. I've been so holding off on picking up that game. Just going, it's going to happen this month. Is going to be the month. It's going to be this month.
Bad. Not a bad game.
I know, it's supposed to be a great game.
Well, we usually start with what everyone's been playing, so I'm going to start with our guest. Dan, what have you been playing this week?
Oh, man, a bunch of stuff. Actually, I've been doing dabbling in the Master Chief Collection to celebrate the 15 years that we are currently celebrating. Yeah, woo! I was actually doing it last night, and it works. It works great right now, which is awesome. But I was I've been playing after all the kerfluffle. But we've gone in last night, and right now what's funny is that you're either going to get, if you go in the hardcore playlist, you're going to get guys who they know where you spawn. We can't even move. You just spawn and you die. If you go in every other playlist, everyone is a noob right now. There's just like, is everyone who is like in that middle ground, like, you know, isn't really like are playing Halo 5, doing whatever. So if you go in with a coordinated team, it's not even fair. It is awesome. It's like Christmas noobs.
Wow, really?
It's fantastic, yeah. We just crushed. Like, I don't think I've lost a game on MCC except one yet in the past, like, few days.
So, Dan, you're single-handedly ruining Master Chief Collection for thousands of players?
Oh, absolutely. That was all me.
What else? What else you been playing?
I've actually been jumping around between doing some Titanfall, some Battlefield, which is so fun. It's incredibly fun. Yeah, that's pretty much my list right now. That's my current one.
Clay?
Yeah, I've been pretty much only playing Battlefield. I love that Battlefield series and loving the heck out of Domination at the moment on Battlefield and the medic class. Man, I'm still trying to figure out which gun is my favorite. I keep flip-flopping between a handful of them there. And then I keep saying I'm going to focus in on another class, but I've just been just gunning through the medic class. But Dan, actually, you mentioned Titanfall. I just picked that up today. It was on sale for $30 here. And it was crazy. I saw a notification. It was like $30. So I hopped on Amazon and picked it on up, and should be playing it later this week. I'm actually really looking forward to playing the single player campaign, since so many people were saying it was really good. So looking forward to checking that out later this week.
Rhys?
So, to be a conformist, I've also been playing the crap out of Battlefield 1. In fact, I got off of the game just to start recording this podcast. I can share a pretty amazing Battlefield moment that I just had then. I was playing as the cavalry, which is one of my favorite classes to play as, just because it's so ridiculous. Like, it's suicide. You're charging with a sword and a horse at tanks, but there's just something that's appealing about that to me. I don't know why. And I was riding along, and then I saw in the distance an enemy cavalryman, and we sort of both stopped, and I drew my sword, and he drew his sword, and we charged at each other like a joust, and we swung, and we both missed, and we spun around, and we started doing leaps and coming back and forth, trying to fight each other with the sword. It was amazing. And then all of a sudden, a tank on my team rolled up over the hill and just sort of stopped and saw what was going on. He just sat there and he watched us go back and forth for ages, and after a while he's like, yeah, okay, this is enough, and he fired a tank shell and killed the other guy. But yeah,
I'm sure it was fun at the time.
It's great. Battlefield. What other game can you joust with swords on horses while someone shoots your friend with a tank? Your friend, well, we bonded during that experience.
Can I just also point out that I am into Domination too, but I don't have Battlefield.
Well, it's not that kind of podcast, Ross.
It's turning into that
Not
type of
yet.
podcast.
Especially when we got Josh on here, things just get weird. And I also played a little bit of Paper Mario, trying to get through that. That game is long. Paper Mario is a long-ass game.
Well, it's been growing for about 4 podcast episodes now, so...
Right? And I don't think I'm even halfway.
Are you quite excited for Mario on your iOS device?
I don't own an iOS device.
Oh, you're a Windows Phone user.
Windows Phone Master Race. There's like 7 of us.
I know. I was going to say, were you the only person there in your country with the Windows phone?
Solidarity. All right, I was there. It was a great phone. I miss the interface. I just don't miss the lack of apps.
If anyone's interested in what I've been playing, I was very drunk at the weekend, and I was playing Jackbox Party Pack.
Oh, great. I love that.
It's the only game I can play when I'm drunk, because I'm playing on the phone.
Which one? 1, 2, or 3?
2 we're playing at the weekend, so... Yeah, and basically a few editors joined me, actually. We done some Drunk Rocket League, and then we played Jackbox. But I forget the fact that I'm streaming, that people can watch the recordings of it after it. So there's about 5 or 6 videos on my Twitch channel of just me being drunk playing Jackbox with my friends.
Why was I not told about this?
I know, and you're never going to find out because I've now deleted them. Apart from that, guys, guess what I started?
Rocket League.
Showering.
Oh.
Showering? No, that's next
Scotsman.
year.
Come on, give him some credit.
Red
Don't
Dead.
insult the man.
I am 9 hours into Red Dead Redemption.
Wow. Congratulations on finally playing one of the best games on the 360.
It's average.
Average.
Oh,
I'd high five you right now if I could.
Hold on, I'm running over to JFK to get on a plane to go kick your ass.
Well, look,
Sir, what's the hurry? I got an ass to kick.
the fact that I played 9 hours in a week, does that not say quite a lot? With my schedule, you know what I mean? Like, I've really enjoyed it,
usually
actually.
up a little higher than that.
Yeah, it's all Rocket League.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
But no, well, what a great game. I can't believe I've let it elude me for so long. And I'm actually
it's
glad that I now have. And I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I can't wait to stop recording so I can back and play it again.
Those random experiences that would happen in the game were one of my favorite aspects of that. Where you just ride around and, help me! Help me!
Emergent
I'm like,
gameplay.
I'm like, is this real? Or I'm going to draw my gun just in case.
Well, anyway, today, as we record, is the 15th birthday of the Xbox. So, guys, that is the top comment, I believe, in Reddit as we speak, the top post as we speak. So, we just want to go on, and some stats have been shared. So, Rhys, do you want to take us through some of these stats?
All right, let's do it. Over the last 15 years, the number of players was 222,468,423. Shut up, Clay. How many languages can you count in?
14.
The number of total gaming hours, 100 billion. 539,390,670. That's a little bit of time. Just a bit. It's very specific, actually. I would have preferred if they went down to the minute.
Yeah, let's just go down. We don't need to know the individual numbers. Go on.
Okay, so the total number of multiplayer hours is quite a few. The number of achievements unlocked is 1 or 2. The game score total is over 5, and okay, no, actually, the total number of achievements is just ridiculous. It's 32 billion. That's incredible. Holy crap! And there's been 572 billion gamer score. Wait, no. Is that trillion?
It's trillion.
Probably
572 trillion gamer score.
Cow.
And the highest total gamer score, I guess that's for one person,
Yeah.
is 1,416,465.
That's me, right? My name's there?
No.
Yeah. Actually, I can't remember that guy's name. He's posted on our subreddit a couple of times before. And anyway, the total number of Xbox Live friendships made is, it's 4 billion.
I don't believe it.
Xbox friends. How does that even work when there's only 222 million players?
Because, like, I've got, 400 friends.
Yeah, like I get. Well, I mean, I guess they're counting if everyone has 100 friends, kind of thing, and then you just that's I guess that's 100, right?
Yeah,
it's literally so there's a lot of crossover there.
Don't ask me about mathematics. I'm not a clever man. But anyway, so there will be celebratory events this week. Microsoft staff will be playing with fans. There will be Microsoft live streams. Almost 100% we're going to see the Steinmeister all up in them streams. And there's the Steinmeister, sorry, Clay. And
Thank you.
there's also going to be in-game events. I saw there was some planned for Forza and also Halo 5, but I think there's more.
Well, Halo
So, boys.
is 15 years today as well.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
remember,
That I was just about to segue to that the Halo was a launch title for the Xbox One, and I'm going to segue from that segue. When did you boys first jump onto the Xbox brand, and what game made you jump in?
I'm starting. Splinter
Go.
Cell.
Splinter Cell.
Oh, yeah.
You were OG Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Splinter Cell. The
Did
original
you
Splinter
cry
Cell.
when they changed Michael Ironside's voice in the new Splinter Cell? I died.
A little bit. Also, the fact that you can't remember, it just had great mechanics in it. It was very different for its time, which has been replicated so many times since.
I think
Splinter Cell sold it. That and Halo, of course, the original Halo.
Like how awesome was it when you could do like the splits and like stand above the guys when they're like, yeah.
It's just, I've got so many fond memories of that game that I really just, can they not just release that backwards compatible today? That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. I just want the next gen one.
Yeah. Where is
that's
the next gen one? Dan, where is it?
On hold. On hold for Siege 2.
I hate that you're probably correct. Clay.
I actually camped out for the OG Xbox back when I was in college with some friends, and picked up. I'm trying to remember what we picked up. We definitely picked up Halo because I remember playing the hell out of that. I know we picked up something else. I don't remember what the other games were. Was it Cameo? Was that the game?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Sorry, no. That was
Rare game, son.
That was 360.
No, that was 360. Yeah, no, we I'm trying to remember what we picked up, but yeah, it was definitely Halo. I remember playing that in the dorms, and then after I got out of school, ended up buying my own Xbox and picked up Crimson Skies, and I think that might have been the first Xbox Live game that I played, and was thoroughly hooked on that.
Battlefield 1 reminds me a lot of Crimson Skies, actually, flying the biplanes.
Does a little bit.
And Mr. Skull.
Lowercase.
I was lowercase s. No space. That's actually Master, Sir, Commander of the Felix Legions, Mr. Skull.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, thank you. Father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife.
Mm-hmm.
I got the original Xbox. It was only actually I think it was for my birthday. So that'd be like February. So like a couple months. When did it launch? December? November? Obviously November. Because that's where we're right now. So a couple months after the original Xbox launched, I got it for my birthday. I got Halo and Project Gotham Racing.
Nice.
I'm not even a racing guy as much as like those were like pretty much the first games. I was like, maybe I'd like it. I'm like, I played like one round and never played it again. I'm like, yeah, not my thing. But Halo is like, I only chose that I wanted that based off like 3 screenshots because I'm just like a big FPS guy. I've been playing FPS my whole life to that point. And I was like, yeah, that's an FPS game. Like, that's my jam. I'm into it, right? And sure enough, it's Halo, right? Need I say more?
Right?
Good
There's
times,
so many
though.
things that Halo invented that everyone just takes for granted nowadays.
I know. So many things.
It's crazy. Well, for me, I was actually a huge PC Master Race kind of guy at that point, and I had sort of moved away from consoles. But then I saw Halo in a store, and I was like, okay, you got me. I just looked at it. This is the best FPS on the market. This is incredible. Like there was nothing even close to Halo. Let's be real here. Like I mean, Quake was doing really well in the arena shooting scene, but like no one had seen anything like Halo before. Like this incredible campaign with like. Well, at the time they were like super realistic physics and all these new mechanics and friendlies and drivable vehicles. It was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. So I bought one.
Wasn't that I think that was one of the first console games I remember playing that had the two joysticks as well. Trying to think of because I went from N64.
It is one of the first for sure.
The very first one was on the PS2, and it was an Alien game, like Alien vs Predator or something like that. And I think it was GameSpot famously wrote an article about it where they slagged off the game's absolutely ridiculous and stupid control scheme for like 3/4 of the review. No one will ever use this control scheme. How could they possibly think this was a good idea? And I only know that because I saw it in a Larry Bund YouTube video a couple of weeks ago. So thanks, Larry.
Right. What about your first Xbox Live game?
Halo 2.
Whacked.
Whacked? What's that?
Whacked? Wow.
Dude, whacked.
I remember Whacked.
Right? That's the thing is, I ever bring that up, no one, I don't think I've ever had anyone be like, I remember that. The game was actually so friggin' fun. That game was awesome. And no one remembers it.
I was gonna say, I've whacked on the internet a
It was
few
a
times.
party game with like
It was among the first like launch group of original Xbox One. I mean, original shit. Damn, original Xbox live games. But between that, it was just like a party. Third person, you run around a map, you pick up weapons, and you beat each other to death, kind of thing. But it was actually like it controlled really well. It had like cute cutscenes, and it was actually it was pretty wicked. But that and the original Unreal Championship, so good.
Oh
yeah.
Good
So
choice.
good.
Yeah.
Clay.
I mean, mine was Crimson Skies for sure, without a doubt. Was the first, and then actually, it might have been also was. I think I ended up getting that, and I want to say it was it Rainbow Six? God, it was one of those Rainbow Six games that was. I can remember playing on Xbox, early Xbox Live days, and I think it had a different. It was one of the PC ports.
Rhys, what about yourself?
I said so. Halo 2.
Halo 2. I think I was Halo 2 as well. Although there may have been a football manager, like Championship Manager 0102 or something like that on the original Xbox, because I'm a soccer fan, and I'm sure you could play that online against one person. I know, bit different, but hey, that's my jam.
It's better than better than playing against no one.
Right, so anyway, happy birthday, Xbox and Halo, from everyone at Xbox One Party Chat. But we want to know your history of Xbox. What made you jump aboard the Xbox brand, and what is your fondest memories of the last 15 years? Let us know on Twitter at X1 Party Chat, or underneath this very post in the comments on the subreddit.
Yay.
I also highly recommend going to that Twitter, pressing unfollow, and typing Greenskull and pressing follow.
With lowercase s, one word.
Exactly.
All capitals.
And you know what? You tell me your fondest Xbox memories.
So, boys,
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat podcast. This week in the subreddit.
What else has been happening in the subreddit this week?
I was just about to say, the Xbox Winter Update just rolled out to everybody, and user Terrorfisk was the lucky winner of the Karma Lottery. So, what rolled out in the update? We've got clubs, we've got looking for group, we've got quality of life improvements, speed improvements, we've got achievement rarity. What else?
I can speak on the quality of life. Like, even if I was nowhere near my Xbox and it automatically updated, I just my day just got a little brighter.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So part of coming out of that was the retiring the preview program and turning it into the Insider program, which is the same as what it is on Windows. So we've the official Insider support account on Reddit to accompany the Xbox support account now as well.
Yeah, I should probably just chime in on that, and basically just reiterate what you said, that yes, if you guys have any questions, any problems, any issues or suggestions, don't hesitate to summon the Xbox Insider account. We have a sticky post up right now. You can just type their name or send them a PM, but they prefer if you do it publicly so other people can also find the solution if they have the same problem and they choose to search, and no one ever does. But anyway, please just say hi, tell them what you think, ask them for your help, and they will help you. Microsoft are being very gracious enough to grace us with their presence. And also, hello to the Xbox support guys. We love you. We miss you. Come back on the podcast.
Well, anyway, one of the things to come out of this, of course, is clubs, and we have a club. In fact, we've got two. We've got the Reddit club, made by Major Nelson himself.
Right.
And we've got the Xbox One Party Chat Club. Clay, do you want to give the details in that?
It's got 4 people in it.
I was going to say, it's got 14 people.
No, it's got
14?
50 odd. We want that.
No, there's a good amount. There's a good amount of people in there. I haven't actually logged back into it in a few weeks. So apologize for anybody that's waiting to be accepted into the club. That's waiting. I think Rhys, Ross, maybe you guys can.
Yeah,
jump
I've
in
been
there.
doing it.
If I can get out of Battlefield, then maybe I can actually spend some time in there. But yeah,
I'm hoping. I'm hoping that moving forward, we'll be able to set as fully open rather than still having to approve people.
Exactly.
Seriously,
Exactly.
I just opened up the Reddit club, the one that Major Nelson made for us, and we are getting about 50 to 100 requests an hour minimum. So before, like when I turn on the Xbox, I didn't realize that I had the it reset the notification thing. So they were just coming thick and fast, like, no, turn off. That please. There's
a joke there. There's a joke there.
No.
So one of the other things to come out of this was looking for groups. Clay, I would imagine that's something that you would be quite excited about.
Funny you say that. Yeah, no, I'm actually very excited about that since I have a bunch of games that I like to pop back into from time to time just to get specific achievements. And for some of those games, you need to actually party up with some folks, or it actually helps to party up with some folks to do that. Or more specifically, I wanted to jump into Gears and do some co-op Gears and get some of those achievements that are with this. And I don't have any friends that play Gears. So, yeah, I'll be using that.
Yeah, you don't have any friends that play Gears with you.
None.
Well, Ross, every time I go on, you're about 8 beers in, so I can't understand what you're saying.
It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I used looking for groups. I posted I was looking for a group because we wanted in Gears a Wave 50 attempt on hardcore for Gears. And I got a group. They were all mic speakers. They all knew their roles, and we'd done it really quite straightforward. And if it wasn't for the looking for groups, I wouldn't have had a chance in hell of finding those people. So I think that's something I'm going to use and for Gears. I'm going to use for Siege. You know, there's going to be a lot of games that I'm going to end up looking this for. So
Sea of Thieves is going to need that so hard.
Sea of Thieves is going to use this so much. So much. But every single improvement has benefited. Those in the preview program have been using it for a while. But I'm excited to see what they do next, because these updates keep on coming, guys.
Oh, so good.
Right, also on the subreddit this week, user Maddox888 posted that the Black Friday digital sale starts November 18th for gold members. Guys, what do we want to see in the sale?
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
You take it you just don't have it at the moment, but you've been wanting to play it?
Yeah, I never picked it up. What was it? Dark Souls 3.
Yes.
Yeah, did not pick that up and have been itching to play that. So hoping that'll be on there. And
Man, people who play Dark Souls are nuts. They're like, every time I try, I'm like, okay, you know what? It's me, right? It's not the game. It's nothing. It is entirely me. I am at fault. I'm a bad gamer. I'm going to do this. And within 5 minutes, I'm like, why? Why is this happening? Who's playing this game? And I'm just like, I don't rage quit, but I cannot. Oh my god, it's awful. You're masochists, all of you.
Glutton for punishment. A glutton for punishment.
Wait, did you ever finish Dark Souls 1?
No, I did not.
No, I did not.
Hey, by the way, if you go back through my game library and see how many games I've started and never completed, it's a lot. So, I started
like owning things. It's like owning.
Man, I'm a sucker for good deals. So I picked up Titanfall 2. I will probably play through half of the first level of the campaign, and then it'll sit on the shelf.
Your wallet is so happy you are not a Steam gamer right now.
Yeah,
it should be. Just don't tell my wife that I'm spending money.
Yeah, just this isn't recorded on the internet. Anyway, Rhys, what about you?
I don't know. What games don't I have that I really want to play right now? Maybe I want Overcooked. So if you guys could put that to half price, that'd be great. Thanks.
That game still sells.
Well, yeah, it's good.
What was Overcooked?
It's like a little party game where you have to make food, and it sounds stupid, but it's hilarious.
Isn't it made by Team 17?
Yeah,
it is.
Published by Team 17. I don't know if they made it, but yeah.
They had a hand.
When I was at EG Hex a couple months ago, they were playing that game, even though I owned it, just so I could get a chef hat that they were giving out that said Overcooked on it. So I played through a level of that game just so I could get a chef hat.
Do you use the hat still, though?
No,
Yeah.
I didn't even take it home.
Asking
should.
questions. What?
I forgot. It's in a hotel room in Birmingham.
You're an old
No.
person.
Yeah, I know. No, the game that I really want to go because it's cross with Windows as well, and I think this would be a really interesting one, although it's recent, is Recore. See if they knock £10 off Recore,
Yeah,
so I could play it anywhere.
it's good.
It's a good game, I have played it, but with my new fancy laptop, I just want to play anywhere on that as well. So,
What's your new fancy laptop?
it's just a laptop. Plays games and shit.
Well, that wasn't a great answer at all.
No, but you got the Windows streaming thing, whatever that's called, cross streaming. You got to cross the streams.
So basically, what they got across the streams. Basically, what I was explaining before, Dan, is my wife was playing Forza, and I was on the laptop, and she was on the Xbox, and we're playing together, which is something that wasn't possible, as there's no split screen in Forza. So it was fantastic. Like, I am all about the play anywhere. As a PC and Xbox gamer, I am loving this whole program. So I want to see some more play anywhere games, and if they come into the sale, I'd be a happy man. Although I'll own them all.
I want to change.
Sorry, I found a good use for the play anywhere thing with Recore was I really
what
like.
I was gonna say.
I like seeing it on PC, like the better graphics and such. So I was playing on PC normally, even with just a controller. But then whenever I would be editing videos and rendering stuff out, I wanted to let my PC have the full power. So I would switch over and just continue my playthrough on Xbox while my PC was doing the heavy work. And that's just an interesting way to make use of that.
Yeah,
Life as a YouTuber is so hard, isn't it? Have to switch over to their TV while they render.
Have you played that YouTube simulator, like YouTube video maker simulator game?
Oh yeah,
that is too real.
That's life.
It is, right? No, I've had an existential crisis, right? I'm like way too high of a level in that game now, like higher than everybody, and like I'm looking at the thing, I'm just like clicking a bunch of buttons, and it's the same old thing over and over again. I'm like, oh my god. What
my life?
What is my life? I'm buying things I don't need for people who I've never met. Like, what am I doing? People are sending me gifts.
Speaking of that, hey, I remember a month back, someone sent you some very nice Gears throw pillows.
Oh yeah.
How you like those bad boys?
I know
Ross is jealous.
I
actually felt
me
bad.
a throw pillow.
Yeah, you throw them. They're throwable. I actually use them as like my main pillows now. Like I have them. Actually, my apartment I'm in was formerly my sister's, so I kind of just like came in and like she had like really feminine pillows. They were like all frilly and like just I couldn't pull them off. But I've been using it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go buy pillows. Where do I even do that? Like, I was like, so now I just have like Gears of War pillows there, and they're awesome.
your Marcus and Dom like huggy pillows.
Yeah, right.
But by the way, you want to know how I know I've been married for almost 10 years is because I used the word throw pillow.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know what a throw pillow was before I was even engaged or married.
Is it like the size of the pillow that determines a throw pillow?
I guess. I don't know. the little pillow that goes on the sofa. That's all I know.
Sophia.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Dan, you've put it off for long enough. What game do you want to see in the sale?
Oh, dude, my issue right now is that I have so many games that I have to even start that I just sitting here. I'm like, I'm gonna start. I mean, even Red Dead, like I started playing like a little bit of it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I should definitely beat Red Dead because I never actually beat it back in the day. But
God, what is wrong with all you guys?
Dude, to be fair,
normal Xbox gamer here.
Yeah, no, I got addicted to multiplayer in that game, and so I never ended up playing single player. Like I would just like grind the crap out of multiplayer because it was so fun, and then I just like, wow, you know, I should have done some single player that game. But like, my answer for the sale is I can't. Like I will not. Like there is no price of any game that will tempt me enough right now to add another game to the list because there's way too much I got to get through.
Would you buy COD if it was on sale?
Remastered or
yeah, that's a good question.
Do we think that they're going to release that separately, right? At some point here, they're going to release that separately.
You'd think.
Because I will pick it up separately. I have no desire to play the new one.
I think they know that, so maybe they're gonna, it's.
To be fair, I've heard a lot of positive things about Infinite Warfare's campaign, and I actually really want to play it now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, apart from the flying, suppose that's terrible, but the actual campaign has been the best one in years, supposedly, so I do want to pick that up and give it a shot at one point.
Harrington is the villain.
Ooh.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow. Jon Snow
knows nothing. Yeah.
He knows nothing.
the villain.
Jon Snow. You know nothing.
Something I give
Ross, can you say that for us?
Oh my
Say
gosh.
what?
Yeah, Ross.
Yeah.
I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know.
So just say you know nothing, Jon Snow.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Oh, that's
It really wasn't what I expected.
I know.
We're all real disappointed in it.
No, it was good enough for me. It's probably already on Aaron Greenberg's message
voicemail. Yeah. Well, something I really don't care about is that Mass Effect 2 and 3 became backwards compatible. Backwards compatibility, is that a thing? Backwards compatible. Plus
not on PlayStation.
Andromeda. Oh, that's true. So Mass Effect 2 and 3 became backwards compatible.
Wait, why don't you care about that?
I've never played and never had any desire to play a Mass Effect game.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Ross.
Are you into sci-fi at all?
I love sci-fi.
What are you doing with your life?
I like this guy.
Playing 600 hours of Rocket League.
That game, that is pure art. Figure your life out.
I don't like that.
But also Andromeda.
Also, Andromeda is getting beta sign-ups.
You're not the host anymore. I'm gonna just shove you aside anymore. So in other news, Mass Effect 2 and 3, sorry, I used my radio voice. They're backwards compatible. Plus the Andromeda trailer dropped, and sign-ups for the Andromeda multiplayer beta. How hard was that, Ross?
No, plus that you can get both of those games on EA Access if you're an EA Access member.
Oh, yes.
Plus. I forgot how many pluses we're at. There is a little online Andromeda exploration experience thing where you can unlock early in-game bonuses simply by going through it. So probably.
What? Where?
Ooh.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I would just Google Mass Effect Andromeda, and it's probably one of the main things on there.
Google.
You get like a helmet or an armor set or something that's special.
Did you guys all watch the trailer?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
So I loved it. I didn't really like the choice of music because they used the generic trailer music, but otherwise it was good.
At least it wasn't Kanye.
Yeah, well, that's true. Have you guys seen the trailer for the Ghost in the Shell movie?
Yes.
They used a pretty cool cover of Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. I quite like that. But anyway, we're getting
trailer.
Andromeda, Mass Effect. Oh yeah. Did you thought? So we've just learned that Ross is basically just human garbage. What about the rest of you?
Spoiler alert, Ross. The game is freaking amazing. All three of them. You need to go play them. Even that first one, the Elevator Simulator. It's really good.
Elevator? What, is this Mirror's Edge?
Mirror's Edge wishes it had the elevators from Mass Effect 1. Okay, so Ross, seeing as you never played the game, you don't know, but the central hub world in Mass Effect was in floors, levels. And when you travel between them, it took a long time to load, 1.5, 2 minute sandwich time loading. And it disguised those with you guys standing on an elevator, and there was always these really weird and awkward conversations between the characters while you were on the elevator, and it became a proto meme before memes were a thing.
Right, okay. So basically like in Gears when they're opening doors, or Resident Evil door opening simulator.
But basically, yeah, something similar. Which is weird in Gears of War 4. How every single door is exactly the same.
No, they've got push-button doors, and they've got doors that you have to lift up, and doors that open up from the inside.
Mr. Door expert over here.
Yeah. Don't you slag off the doors in Gears, Rhys? Who do you think you are?
I think I'm a person who's played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, actually.
Whoa!
Yeah. So, boys, those who have actually played Mass Effect, did either of you guys play the multiplayer in
Yes.
Mass Effect 3?
Oh, yeah. It was
It was
good.
awesome.
I put in a good amount of time on that, actually. It's
Yeah,
really
I think,
good.
I think it was the biggest surprise that everyone had, because like everyone was like, "Oh my god, EA! Like, are you seriously putting multiplayer in my Mass Effect? Like how dare you?" And then when the game came out, they were like, "Oh wow, this is actually pretty good."
Yeah, it was one of those games that you go in with a group of friends, and it's incredibly fun, right? Like, I didn't even realize how much I played until I was filling out the beta application, because on it you have to actually type in what level you were in multiplayer. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
That's
so I
right.
looked up my profile, and it was like, I'm like level 120, and I'm like, that sounds like a lot higher than. I'm like, that sounds like a relatively high number. I don't remember playing that much, but obviously I did.
I think I was level 69, dude. If I remember. Oh, by the way, guys, going back real quick, I just got a notification on my phone from the Xbox app. I can now manage our groups directly from the Xbox app on my phone, which is really friggin' cool. And there is 70 members in our little party chat podcast group here. It's pretty cool.
I knew this happened because suddenly I was getting a insane amount of notifications. Yeah.
Mr. Popular over here with his fancy YouTube.
It's
channel.
not even like it's funny because it's such a humble brag, but it's so true that people don't even realize that it's such a like, oh man. It's like, it's like someone saying, dude, I don't even know where to put all this money anymore kind of thing. But it's like all this, like, no, it's honestly, like, it's that kind of humble brag, but it's like, dude, I get so many notifications that I can't even use, like, messages anymore. But it's absolutely true. Like, it's literally, like, that is an entire feature that has essentially become defunct for me. Like, it's so overwhelming now that I can't have notifications on anywhere.
Hey, bro, you want to play some GTA? Hey, bro, you want to play some GTA? Hey, bro.
Well, I'll even get, like, real-life friends texting me, like, dude, like, where you been, man? I've been trying to invite you to Halo. I'm like, I haven't seen a game invite for, like, 5 years.
Yeah, like,
I'm permanently offline.
Imagine what it's like for Major Nelson.
Oh,
Yeah.
cow. He's got to have something special going on there.
You know what?
I see him online, and I'm like, he's got to have something.
Larry,
There's got to be some sort of backdoor thing going on there.
Larry is just a robot because whenever what? Did we go there again? But what I was going to say, like, Larry gets like a billion messages on Facebook and Twitter and Xbox and Reddit, but whenever we message him from the mod team, he replies like that. Like he reads everything. I don't understand how. I think
It's not that he's a robot, is that there's multiple of him. You guys ever seen the movie Moon?
actually that would make a lot of sense because
There's a lot of him. He's everywhere.
How is Larry always there when we're podcasting with Microsoft people?
And there's one time I was at a Xbox event in Toronto, and I was hanging out with Larry, and then I was texting a friend who was hanging out in Seattle. I was like, wait, I'm hanging out with Larry. That's the day.
I'm not
It
sure
was actually Gary. It was Gary and Larry and Barry.
Gary, Larry, Barry, Terry.
if we post this podcast, is something horrible going to happen to us?
I don't know.
If
They'll
we
just
Might not
replace
even
us.
get to post it. We're doing this on Skype. We're screwed. Right. Well, one thing that I was just going to say there, and one thing I am actually interested in, was this week a new Metro game was essentially teased, and then they pulled the rug from under my feet and
They pulled out.
announced it.
I mean, they pulled out the announcement.
Yes, they pulled out the announcement, exactly correct. I'm gutted about this because I loved the Metro games. I don't know about you guys, if you've played them, if you enjoyed them, do you like these type of games?
I love Metro. I play Ranger Hardcore mode with no HUD, and I play in Russian with the subtitles on because I don't speak a word of Russian, and it's just the most immersive, awesome game ever.
Brilliant. Guys, Dan?
I never played Metro. That was
Really?
one that's like, yeah,
What are you doing with your
I
life?
wanted to. Hey, no, that's no, not no. I
Broken
can't.
dreams.
Don't you love
no.
sci-fi?
Don't be,
God, what's
don't
wrong
be
with you?
comparing these, man. Come on. This isn't.
You love
this isn't-
obscure Russian
This isn't Mass
novels.
Effect. Let's just get out of here. All right.
Don't you love story-driven games with deep character narrations? That's a lot of words for me to say
there's
there.
really any of that in Metro.
No, all I ever heard about was it's just like it's like saving ammo and such was like a big deal.
Yeah, basically in the
That
game, you scrounge so hard, like ammo is so scarce that it's actually currency. Like you pay for things in bullets. Yeah,
Which is a really interesting concept.
yeah, you're actually shooting your money at people, so it really encourages you to sneak and
Ha!
use your throwing knives and avoid combat entirely if you can.
Clay, what about you?
Yeah. I think I've mentioned this a few times, or at least once before. I picked up both of the Metro games when they were on sale for like $12, $14. Maybe it was a year ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't quite remember. It was one of these big game sales that were happening, and I have yet to play either of them. And I really need to jump on there and play it. I'm sure it'll happen at some point with my backlog of games that I will eventually play once I lose my job and just focus on playing video games full time for a career.
And podcasting.
And podcasting and YouTubing. Oh, sorry.
Oh, Dan, I've got something.
Why, we just coughing together? Yeah.
Dan, you got
Dan,
any,
I've got a business proposal for you, actually, Dan.
Yeah.
Look, I've got this idea for a website where people can gamble Rocket League skins. Are you up for it?
Oh yeah, no, it sounds good. So I just discovered this amazing website.
Xbox Snap this week's interview.
Right, well, anyway, you may have noticed, but Dan, aka Greenskull, who's part of the Ready Up Live Halo crew, is with us. And Dan, it wouldn't be right if we didn't ask you some questions. So, tell us about yourself and your history with Xbox.
I'm a lot of people default to long walks on the beach. I like short walks. Beaches are colder than you expect usually. It's the wind
Right?
coming off the water, right? Yeah, it's like, it's not, unless it's a nice hot day, but walks on the beach is usually like a nighttime thing. No, I'm doing, it's relevant for this podcast. This is 15 years that I have been, part of Halo for that long, right? For pretty much all of it, to kind of have seen firsthand all the changes in, the game itself, but also just, communities surrounding it and the evolution of Xbox and online gaming and communities as a whole. And that's something that I think has been kind of the most interesting seeing, especially with, oddly enough, the parallels between right now the Halo community and the kind of state of the U.S. right now. Seeing the weird parallels there has been fascinating to me. Within, you always have people who you got the one half wanting kind of old Halo back, and the other half kind of wanting it moving forward. And just, having been through all these phases of between Halo games, seeing the most vocal people and like the excitement change.
So-
it's been fascinating for sure.
So Dan, you're saying that basically what you're saying is that the old Halo fans want to build a wall to keep out
Essentially,
the-
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
the new Halo gamers.
I
They want them to
am
pay for it.
absolutely saying that. Yeah,
And is it the new Halo fans are going to pay for it, right?
Yeah,
For
exactly.
that
yeah,
wall.
no, definitely, that's how it works.
Okay.
For sure.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no, but it's been an
Crap
absolute pleasure
DLC.
having it's not just DLC. Right?
Dan, what is your YouTube channel for those who don't know?
Yeah, so my main channel is Ready Up Live, youtube.com/ReadyUpLive, and it's primarily Halo stuff. Especially when and there's gonna be a little break now, but ramping up between games, like when they first start teasing a new Halo game, is when you'll see the most activity for my channel, and I just work my butt off. But it's gonna be, we don't know how long it is before another primary Halo game, so we're gonna kind of be laying low. But Halo Wars, like I like Halo Wars, but it's it doesn't really
Halo,
hit as big
Halo.
on my channel necessarily. So that's not what I'm gonna focus on too much. Yeah, so right now I'm doing a lot of streaming. So like even after there's like the big Halo live stream today, and after that we're going to be playing the new we mentioned earlier in this podcast, there's a new in Halo 5. There is a throwback playlist of remade Halo CE maps in Halo 5. So the whole playlist is like old school maps, and they're all really well made. So I'm excited to play that. But I'm doing streaming with a crew we made called the Main Streamers. 3 of us, and we just kind of we do like we pretty simple, a little different from Twitch because we stream on YouTube and we do like 1 hour streams for the most part. So it's kind of digestible, and if you miss them, you can kind of catch up and get all the inside jokes. But otherwise, I also run youtube.com/Greenskull, which is more a personal one, which has kind of as of late turned into a vlog channel where I just like talk about stuff and just having had a surprising amount, despite my age, a surprising amount of experience in the game industry and just on the YouTube scene and stuff. So just kind of been expressing my mind about a lot of different things. It's been pretty honestly therapeutic. More than anything, man. Yeah, it's been you've been messaging me about that.
Yeah. I was gonna say actually, I end up watching more of your vlogs than the game stuff over on Radio Play. I love them, man. It's the inside look into professional YouTuber. I mean, more or less what you do for a living. So it's cool.
Yeah, no, cool. I appreciate it. And that's the thing is that's how I know that I'm kind of on the right track with that. It's been a relief to do something a little different, especially in the downswing of Halo right now, because just seeing messages from all these people, like from you, from after I made that the first more emotional video, I got paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs from so many people just in DMs and text messages. I'm like, wow, a lot of people awesome. This really hit home for a lot of people. So this is I guess I got to keep doing this, and I'm excited to see where that goes. But yeah, YouTube, it's a thing.
That's probably the best way I think anyone has ever described that. Like YouTube, it's a thing.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, where did the name Greenskull, lowercase s, come from?
I was actually I came up with it when I was around 7 years old. So I'm OG. Whenever I hear someone say, "Oh, I came up with it before you," I'm like, I doubt it. It was back in the original Team Fortress Classic. It was one of my first multiplayer games I played, and you can make a spray paint in that game for yourself. You choose an image, you choose a color. My favorite image was a Chuck skull. It was just a skull and crossbones. My favorite color was green. I'm like, what should I name myself online? And I'm like, oh, well, all right. And just call myself Greenskull and just have used it ever since.
Nice.
Simple answers are the best.
Right?
Yeah.
That's right. So Dan, we know you're a big fan of Halo, but what other games do you enjoy playing when you're not streaming and
Mass
doing
Effect.
the YouTube?
Mass Effect. No, honestly, a lot. And it's funny, especially in the YouTube scene, when you focus on a game like this, how you get kind of pigeonholed into being a player of that game. And I see this. I always honestly kind of feel out of place when I hang out with a lot of bigger YouTube personalities like COD guys and such, where a lot of them, I'm not going to say all of them, but there's quite a few guys I know who are very, very concentrated in their work and in how much they play, and they kind of have to. And even Destiny guys too are just almost entirely Destiny, and they they'll dabble a little bit. But for someone like me, that I spend equal time on other games as I do Halo. I play, I love my indie games. Some of my favorite games of all time are Limbo and Braid and games like that. I love that kind of stuff.
Oh, dude, Inside.
Inside was really good, right? So those, I love those kind of games. So people are always surprised, wait, dude, you play these games? I'm like, yeah, dude. I play everything. I have such a broad taste in games because the best games out there aren't just necessarily the AAAs, right? Or the indies and stuff. So. My answer really is just a lot. I love my FPSs, absolutely. I love my, kind of Elder Scrolls games. I love my Mass Effects. I've just been, honestly, I shy away lately from more, COD games. I've never been I was original COD fan, never really the more modern CODs. So other than that, I'm pretty diverse, really. I love gaming.
Nice, dude. So Dan, you also I see on the Twitters that you're also always at these crazy Microsoft events, gaming events. I was going to ask you, is there any that really stand out that you've been to, either a gaming convention or just an event in general that you've thought was really cool or exciting?
Yeah. I would probably say, well, man, it's just been so long. I have so many good answers for this. I would say, I think right off the top of my head, I would say 2 ones that really stand out to me. are one would be Gamescom, because it's the thing about Gamescom is that maybe it's my crazy North American mentality, but like it was awesome once. I don't want to do it again. Like it was so insane. It's like if you've ever been to a nightclub, times that nightclub by like 20 more by amount of people. Like you couldn't get anywhere. There were bathroom lines. Like it was nuts, and it was way too hot. And like it was awesome. It was a great experience.
365,000 people there.
Oh, dude, too much. Way too much.
What year did you go?
Worth it once. Through 3 years ago, something like that.
I think. Was I there?
That's the Halo 5 year.
Yeah.
Master Chief year.
I think.
Collection.
Master. Yeah, it was MCC. It was Master Chief Collection.
It was MCC, yeah, because the console's 3 years old. So that would have been interesting being there at that point because they were really. Yeah, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, it was cool, but pretty insane. And then honestly, next that quickly jumps to mind would be probably the fact that, as much as I'm allowed to talk about it, the fact that I got to come in and help with the design of the Xbox Elite controller.
Oh,
tell us more about that.
I mean, as much as I'm like, it's very NDA and like, it's one of those things that, as in professional experience, like you learn when it's like kind of like, it's been long enough, the thing's out, everyone's happy with it, you can kind of like shit a little more kind of thing. Yeah, but it's really just like, I was kind of just, brought in on like, not knowing what I was doing. And so it's like, we have a very cool special project as an Xbox MVP. We want to bring you in, and we'll let you know when you're here. I'm like,
I'm just laughing now because actually, literally last week, I signed a whole bunch of NDAs, and it's like, so, what are these things about? Yeah, you don't need to know that. You're just gonna have to sign this and promise not to say anything.
I think you just broke your NDA by saying that you signed an NDA.
No, I didn't mention who it was from or where or. Damn it. Yeah.
No, but it was funny because I was even talking to like the border patrol going into the U.S. right, being like, "So what exactly are you doing there?" It's gonna sound weird, but I don't know. Like I'm not entirely sure. No, a really cool experience having to to give feedback and see like direct results of feedback. Like it's so cool, especially having known about something like this before it was actually revealed, and seeing the actual reveal and being like, oh my god, my ideas were used and stuff, right? Like it's super cool to have played a little more of a significant part in the role of something Xbox, right?
Well, I can actually see exactly how that went. Greenskull, how long do you want the warranty to be?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, savage.
Sorry, I'm just speaking on behalf of the subreddit. It's not our opinions.
I'm just going to skip over. Let's just skip over this delicate subject because I have a question, and I think a lot of people might actually be interested in that. A lot of people don't even know exists, and that's the MVP program.
Yeah.
You are a Microsoft MVP. What is that? Yes. Tell us all about that.
So it's actually, as of this year, it used to be bundled into the entire Microsoft MVP program, and there are MVPs for everything, and like things that I'm not even aware of. Like there's Microsoft Word MVPs and OneNote MVPs, and like every Microsoft product has, and there's like 4,000 MVPs around the world or something, and it's just like a worldwide thing. And really what it is everyone, to kind of give you a little paint a picture of who the Xbox MVPs are, because it's now its own specific kind of MVP program. And there's like a cool little trophy and stuff. I don't know if you guys saw, I had a tweet about that.
I saw the trophy. It's great.
It's pretty neat. But what they do is I believe I'm still the youngest, and the only the first and only YouTuber, because it's not necessarily that kind of thing. Like it's not just just some personalities and stuff, as much as it's people who have built communities. So I would say almost everyone, if not everyone I can think of, who have hung out within the Xbox MVP program, and this once a year we have a summit and we all go to Microsoft and we give feedback on a bunch of new products and stuff like that.
Very cool.
Yeah, but they all run communities. So you have people who run websites, blogs, who just of just totally varied, right? You have a lawyer who runs you have an LGBT community person, right? You have just this huge wide swath, mothers, fathers, like people like me, like young people like that, like a YouTuber, right? Like I'm that, which is weird now in that community because it's not necessarily like, oh, this dude has like a bunch of big numbers, right? It's like he gets in because I know a bunch of YouTubers who have been turned down from the thing, like even though they get nominated, and to get in you have to be nominated by another MVP or an Xbox employee, and then they have to review all your things and decide if they want you in. Because the idea being that in the past they would pull someone off the street essentially and be like, all right, come give us this, sign this NDA and give us this ideas about this product and what you think about it and stuff. But they have nothing to lose, right? If they go and leak that, they have the chance Microsoft might come after them, but they probably won't, right? Because they're just, they don't even really care that much. But with an MVP, you leak something, you mess up like that, you're gone. You're out of the program. You have something to lose. So they can get MVPs together to discuss things, to have a Skype call, to see new products and give feedback on things. And we know that with all these years of trust built up, that they can trust us with these secrets. And every time we have a new meeting and it goes well, it just, they forward us on to other departments, and it kind of just keeps steamrolling. It's an incredible program to be part of.
Would be pretty awesome, if we were in a podcast with someone who was, running one of the largest Xbox communities on the internet. That would be great.
What, Rhys? You're not nominated?
I'm just not feeling too good right now. No, I'm being a bitch. That's actually really interesting. I think I already knew about the program, obviously, but I think a lot of people don't, and I think it's actually something that could benefit from a bit more spotlight. I think it's pretty cool, right?
Not to mention, Dan, you got that awesome trophy now. Right?
It's really cool. Yeah,
and you'll never play for gold again.
No, I mean that is definitely a benefit of it. We get a bunch of free little swag here and there, but the idea is more that just we're again a bunch of trusted people in the community, and just that painting that picture. Because you'll get this like knee-jerk reaction of like, oh, it's just like a bunch of YouTubers or whatever, like just like doing it for they're getting paid off or something, right? No, like it's that's totally not this program, right? Like this is like a bunch of like very, very professional. Like I look up to every other MVP so much, like it's crazy. Like I trust all those people with my life. Like they're some of my like the people I look up to the most. So it's like a really, really great group of people.
Were you remember when Josh was involved with the program, Josh Stein?
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay, great. Josh is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
He was on here on the last episode, actually, before you.
Oh, man. Yeah, great dude. That's actually how I kind of came to know him better. Was through the program, yeah.
Okay, actually, you can answer a question for me, because it's been insinuated by several other people.
Mass Effect 2?
Oh, man, Josh.
You just made Aaron Greenberg.
I think he was going to ask, is he really that obsessed with shoes and coffee? But that's the other question.
Yes.
So, I think we should skip to the last and most important question on this list. Don't you think so, Ross?
Yes. Do you have an Xbox onesie?
That's not the question. But seriously, do you?
I do not. I just saw a Canadian friend of mine get one, so I'm like, maybe I should check the mail. It's entirely possible. I want one, though. I'm going to stab someone. I mean, what?
Wait.
To hunt somebody down?
Right, no, there is a question which we ask every single one of our guests.
Oh, yeah, Aquarius.
Aquarius, that's great. Yeah. So anyway, this has been another episode of if you could knock out a classic game character, who would you punch in the dick? No, I mean...
That's it.
What is this episode?
Yo, your rival in Tony Hawk's Underground. Boom.
Sorted?
Someone play that one?
Absolutely
cool.
sorted.
Someone look at that. Someone's going to be like, yeah, dude, Dag reference. Someone's going to applaud tell me, yo, you person who got that, you're amazing.
Okay.
I just can't wait until we get Phil Spencer on and ask him that exactly the same way.
No.
Dan, you've been an absolute great guest. We hope to get you back on.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. That was fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm always down. I'm a busy man, but I'm usually just sitting here waiting to be on your podcast. So
I bet he's sitting in an Xbox onesie just laughing to himself.
Just did it right.
Well, anyway, look, and something I never ever do. Thank you, Clay and Rhys, for joining us as you do most weeks. And I've been your host, Ross, for another week. Xbox turn off.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Let's do this.
For me, the game that I really am trying to think of right now.
You skipped over our guest, by the way.
I'm going to go. I'm leaving the best to last.
Ah, nice recovery.
Yeah.
Well played.
Thanks. So I think I really don't know what game. Dan, what do you want to see coming next?
I don't even have an answer. Back to you.
Oh, nice.
Damn it.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me this time. I think you
professional
might be
podcast ever. The game that I really want to see, because I can edit this in, is Overcooked. I think if that went down to about half price, I would really enjoy it. Rhys, what about you?
That's a game? What is that?
I think it's made by Team 17, right?
You know, I actually went and played it just so I could get a chef hat.
Let me guess. You left it in your hotel room.
Holy crap, how did you know?
I was there.
Oh,
I'm going to have an outtake.
Ha 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 ha.